Time is...
Hello, greetings one and all. Welcome in for more Rush Racing North America and Europe action. I am your host, GameHawk. As always, beside me is my co-commentator of Chaz, and we are excited to present Baku, which I mean, Baku's already an interesting track, and I can't wait to see how it's gonna go after Canada. But Chaz, how are you feeling?
Gonna be a fun one, absolutely. Especially after last week, it'll be fun to have a sprint that will spice things up. We're doing reverse. I'm pretty sure championship standing, so it'll be tough for people like Vid to come through from the back, but it'll make it even more fun.
Yeah, it certainly will. And I mean, Baku is, I mean, you have the very long straightaway at the front, and that's usually where a lot of people get the overtakes. But I mean, you always have the castle section, and that is, I would say that that's probably one of the most difficult sectors in all of Formula One, and it's claimed its fair share of drivers. So I'm going to be very interested to see if these faster drivers toward the back and see how quickly they can move up the grid. But 9 laps here for the sprint race. Then we have 26 laps for the main race. So we got a lot of racing here, and I'm interested to see. This is actually going to be my first ever race here in Baku. I have not witnessed a Rush Racing race here, so I'm very interested.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, absolutely. And also, one thing I was gonna mention on like drivers coming from the back, it depends on how risky do they want to be. Do they want to be trying to throw it up the inside through the middle sector, trying to get those positions to get into the points, or do they just sit back and try and pick them off maybe on the straights and try find the right moves, not risk losing positions in the sprint to start from the whole back of the grid for the main race?
Yeah, and I mean, the sprint race is going to matter. And talk about it, here we go in 5 lights time, and we are underway here in the sprint race in Baku. We got Pitau, who is leading the grid down the line, and he's going to get a good launch, and now there's contact, and Aston Martin collides, and now there's more contact in the back. There's a caution, and Aston Martin got taken out. I believe that was Pull Diver who fell down the grid. Now there's more contact. Oh, Pull Diver went into the wall and he lost his front wing. That is going to hurt. You can see everyone is flying up and down the grid. 2A is going to get a 10-second penalty, and I can already see people up and down the grid with missing their front wings.
Yeah, it seems like Vid's got absolutely no front wing. He went into the wreck. He still made up some insane amount of positions, but Vid with absolutely no front wing there. Alizzi going around the outside. But yeah, a lot of people with some damage. And even one of the Ferraris with a 10-second penalty at the start, I think, for the contact that was made at the start. So yeah, looking very, very crazy already.
Yeah, and that is not going to help. I mean, it's with a sprint race, only 9 laps. I'm curious to see if Vid is going to pit, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, despite not having a front wing, he is still surprisingly keeping pace. And oh no, never mind. He's into the wall and he's out of the race. Vid.
That's an insane wreck. He went flying into the air there.
Oh, and now Pit spun in sector 3. Joshua Bear and the Ferrari will move up into the lead. Scaly Money into P2, and Pit will fall into P3. What is happening?
Vid in chat just said fuck kin shit. So yeah, not very good for those guys. But yeah, Vid, of course, you still got the main race to come back in. Sorry, man, for that one. You went up in the air, which is insane. Joshua Bear leading the race. Pitau with the spin that he had down to P3. Man, what the is going on?
I think we need to have you commentating more often, because it seems like when you're commentating, the crazy stuff seems to happen. And now maybe Money going through sector 1, it looked like he was going to go side by side with Joshua Bear. Not enough. Actually, a new driver in the McLaren, hopefully I pronounce his name right, Gleb, is into P3. Now we have another retirement. Pull Diver.
Another crash. Yeah, he's actually in the wall there as well. But I've just been looking through the positions. I think from all the way back from like P4 I don't know, P7. It seems like everybody has front wing damage. Yeah, from P8 backwards, everybody has front wing damage. Besides like Sparko, I think. So yeah, insane. Even Suspension's just had a moment. He's quite far back. Same with Kello. So the two Saubers in the bad. And Vid's complaining in chat as well. Just why can't people drive clean for F's sake? So yeah, clearly, I think Berry was right in chat. The tickets are going to be absolutely crazy as they all fly over the inside curb. Someone in the wall.
Oh yeah, it was the McLaren of Tinzo, and he is missing the end plate on his front wing, so that is definitely not going to help. And actually, I was going to say that Pitt is now down into 5th place. He's fallen all the way down. I mean, he just seems to not have a lot of grip around some of these turns that I've noticed he's been sliding. So not really a great sprint race for him right now, but right now there's still a fight for the lead as now Money may be going for the move around the outside. Joshua Bear side by side, a little bit of contact. Money was able to get out of that and not take any damage. And now we have another one. The McLaren's in the wall again. And he's going to retire, or sorry, no, he retires in the pit lane. And that was Tinzo who had that front wing damage.
A lot of people with the front wing damage as well. So yeah, I think for people like Patel, he got to get back in the race, I think, because he doesn't have front wing damage. And someone behind him, Project, with also front wing damage, almost losing the rear. They're inside of each other, ghosting. But yeah, Scally and Glabe both have gained 10, 11 positions. Alizzi 7, Meraki 8. Like they're doing really well, and of course Josh getting and staying in that P1 spot. Oh no, he's gone up 1 position, sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a very tough track, and I mean, like, I think we can really display that with all of the people that are missing their front wings. So far, I'm kind of surprised that I was wondering to see if Money was going to be able to make a move quicker, but Joshua Bear's been holding his own in the lead so far, and he's done a really good job.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, Money with 70% battery. They're both about the exact same. Money doesn't use it going through the 2 corners, so it'll be probably Money's fight down the back straight here to see if he can get the position and win another race, especially after Canada. So that would be good. And yeah, of course, flies past him and up into P1.
Yeah, and that is going to be Graham. And you talk about his win in Canada, and actually, fun fact, he is currently driving with basically his old setup that his current wheel that he was using has a broken paddle, so he's actually not even using his normal setup, but that doesn't matter as now he still leads. As, I mean, this main group are all within a second of each other and there's contact. I think the McLaren has damage. Yeah, Gleb has damage to his front wing, so both McLarens having front wing issues, colliding with the wall. Now we have a spin and Pitau spins behind.
Oh, another crash. Pitau out as well from first to out of this race. Someone asked for an invite back in, by the way, Pool Diver.
I can go ahead and I will get that done here really quick, but that is crazy. I mean, so far this has been a very
Someone's gone straight on. Lyron's gone straight on. Lyron's gone straight on, yeah. In before the castle section, he's gone straight on with absolutely no front wing, about the same as Vid. Suspension, he's quite far back. Same with Kello as well. Those two, like, just out of the points, and they've got massive damage as well. So insane race so far.
Yeah, this is just a sprint race. I mean, this is just only the sprint race. We still have a main race to go after this, and I guess maybe this is usually the sprint race is a preview. I mean, this is an insane preview. This is what the main race is going to be like.
Yeah, absolutely. And Project and the Glaive is Project, I'm pretty sure, just make the move down the front straight as he goes slightly wide but keeps the move. Wow, pretty crazy. Last to first, I guess Vid just said, so can come from the back in the next race. If he can, that'd be insane, especially to keep his title fight alive. And I think, to be fair, when I looked at the start and Gally was already up to like, Money was already up to like P2, I was pretty crazy because like I thought after last race he had quite a few points. So I was wondering how the grid was all set out, and Vid even being in like P10, it looked a little bit crazy. But yeah, crazy start, man.
Yeah.
Invite back for Tinzo. He's just asked.
Ah, I gotcha. And I mean, so far, we are right now on lap 5, so about 4.5 laps to go. And actually, Joshua Bear has been slowly catching money. And actually, I did want to look really quickly as you were mentioning about the current title fight. And I mean, Money won in Canada, and I think a win here actually would really put him into the title fight, as especially the fact that Meraki Dawn had the internet issues, so he wasn't able to finish the race, and that really hurts Meraki Dawn. I mean, I think he will still be good, but like for the overall standings, but for Money, this is a really good opportunity. Is now the Ferrari. Oh, that was a great move by Joshua Bear, and Joshua Bear is going to go back up into the lead. And so far it looks like it's just a DRS chase. And talking about him there, Meraki Dawn goes around the inside, I should say, of Money, and Meraki Dawn has now moved up 11 places into P2.
Yeah, sorry, I just mentioned again, Tinzo. He just said in chat if you can. Yeah, cool. But yeah, pretty crazy. You can just see like the train starting to form at the front, and Meraki, of course, up into P2. So it could be anyone's game at this point between the top 5. Maybe a Lizzie can get back into it. He's fixed his front wing actually, and is back in the pack. So yeah, pretty crazy. But yeah, it's completely between those 5, and I think none of them have damage besides Project, who has a bit of end plate damage. So yeah, going to be fun to see who can come out on top in the sprint and who will be getting pole for the main race.
Yeah, and actually I have a feeling that Meraki Dawn may be looking to make a move, as I actually went on board. He almost has a full charge battery. Joshua Bear does too. But I'm interested to see if Meraki Dawn is going to make a move here in Sector 3. But I was actually checking the Drivers' Championship, and Meraki Dawn is still leading with 70 points. But Money has 67 points, just 3 points behind Meraki Dawn. And then Elizzy has 65. And then Vide and Illyrian are tied for 53. So there is still... I believe that is Kellogg. So actually, Meraki Dawn did not make a move. Actually, I take that back. He's tried to full send it around the outside. It didn't work, but he clipped the wall. And Money will move back up into P2. And now the Project is going to go to the inside of Meraki Dawn. There's a little bit of wheel banging, but both drivers make it through cleanly. And that contact with the wall is definitely going to hurt Meraki Dawn's chances.
Yeah, suspension. He lost it in the Charles Leclerc corner, I could say, but yeah, through the chicane, and didn't actually see the incident, but yeah, somewhere through the 2 corners there, he went straight into the barrier, as Lauren with the fastest lap. He is 19 seconds back. He's on a fresh set of mediums with a nice front wing, and he is going the fastest out of the points. So sadly, the fastest lap will not count. If there is a fastest lap point, I don't know, but yeah. He's trying to catch back up, but it won't be enough in this race, unless, of course, an incident happens in front. But yeah, can Joshua hold it, or could Money get back into the fight, and maybe even Meraki as well?
Yeah, we will see. But now, actually, that might be an interesting development, is now, I mean, Money is right on the edge of DRS range. He does have a little bit more room to catch up. The DRS zone only is detected after the really fast corners here, so Money does have a little bit of time, but if he doesn't get in DRS range, which I don't know, it's close. I don't think he got it. So now Project and Meraki are both going to have DRS. Money does not. So now it's basically turning into a drag race. We're going to see, is Money... Oh, Money is going to be able to hold on for now, as Project and Meraki Dawn will hold back.
Yeah, Project had 90% starting at that straight, and Meraki and everybody else around him had about 30%. So yeah, Project with good battery saving there as he goes maybe up the inside. Yeah, he's going to go up the inside of Money. Make the move because, of course, Money doesn't have DRS and he has barely any energy, only about 20%. Meraki with about 40 now, and then Joshua with about 40 as well. But yeah, Project with quite a lot of energy still. Sorry, battery. So yeah, it'll be good to see if he can maybe go and chase after the top spot with end plate damage in the final lap coming up. So can he get that DRS on the back straight?
Yeah, and I mean, the DRS is basically, I mean, you've pretty much seen that almost all of these overtakes have been within the DRS zones in Sector 3 and Sector 1. So, I mean, you can see how important it is to have DRS here. And actually, Project is now within DRS range, and Money is slowly falling back. So we may see more overtakes here as we're on the second to last lap. And when the drivers come down the front stretch, that will be the final lap starting for the sprint race. So this is going to be very interesting.
Joshua with a little bit more battery, but of course it might not matter. He's not using it till the first part of the straight. 30 to 50% different battery. Joshua opens it. Is Project going to open it? Yes, he does. This will probably be the deciding part. 5 tenths back. I think he might be too far.
Yeah, he's just too far to make the move. And I mean, he actually does make up a significant amount of time and space in the corners, which I have noticed is that Project has been very good in the corners here at Baku. But now we see as now DRS, and now there's the movement for Joshua. There's both moves off the racing line and back on. And I actually think that is going to help him preserve the lead. That gave him just enough space to break the toe, and he retains the lead for now.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they still have the run down the back straight as the drag finished to the line. So it'll either be a mistake from someone or it will be down that final part of the straight. If Project has enough battery and he's like within 2 tenths to be able to do it, he is right up behind as he actually makes contact. He pushes him into the wall, actually, I think. He makes him ghost. So yeah, definitely a problem as Project and a big Money into the wall because of it. Money had to react and he's lost his front wing. So Money, can he hold off from Sparko Money as well? Because Sparko's going to be catching. So Joshua's going to win this then, unless of course he fumbles in this next corner.
Yeah, now,
no, he doesn't.
Oh, now the question is Meraki going to be able to pass it under the caution as Money's into the wall? He does reset, but he's going to lose positions to Sparko and Lizzie. So it looks like Joshua Bear is going to win the sprint race. And now talking about a sprint, it's going to be a drag race as now Meraki Dawn is chasing down Project. And here's the big question as they come to the front stretch. Joshua Bear is going to win it. They're trying, but Project is going to hold on despite it. Meraki Dawn in third, Sparko in fourth, Lizzie fifth. Money will hold on and get sixth place. Gleb in seventh, Grecos in eighth. 2A will finish in ninth. Wildcat will finish in 10th. Illyrian in 11th, and then Kellogg will finish in 12th.
10-second penalty, of course, for 2A there, but of course he didn't really need to serve the 10-second penalty because he already had enough of a gap anyway, so he didn't really worry about pitting. But yeah, Sparko actually think he had to pit, I'm pretty sure, or something, but he was really far back, so the fact that he able to came through and finish in fourth position with the most increased spots in P4, I think he probably did really well actually there.
Wow, that was I still think we need to have you commentate more, because I think every single time you've commentated we've had crazy races. So I mean, I think we just need to have you around here more often.
It's the same for my ones as well that I'm going to be doing. Like, that's going to be insane, the amount of incidents. But yeah, this one is going to be a big one for the FIA. Absolutely. And I mean, what we saw shocked us, so it's definitely going to be a big hit on the FIA to see what they're doing about those crazy incidents. Let's see if Vid's going to make a ticket about it. So yeah.
Yeah, so now we will see. I don't know. Maybe you'll have to double check as we do load into the race. We'll see if we need to back out and reset the lobby. It doesn't look like we are. That
No, I didn't think we are.
Yeah, so it looks like we're just gonna go straight into the race. So the sprint race, that was just 9 laps. That was 9 laps of a crazy sprint race, and now we have the full race, 26 laps here at Baku. I'm kind of nervous to see how many front wings are not going to survive turn 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go then. So not long, yeah. We're about to start for this next race.
Yeah, I was just going to say the people are just making sure that their strategies are all set and good, and making sure that everyone is good. Because, I mean, you always want to make sure your internet's good as well. You don't want to end up disconnecting halfway through. But, man, I really don't know how this race is going to go.
Yeah, it could be quite crazy. I mean, I know Vid and the team in Alpine, since they've got one driver at the front, I don't know what they're going to be doing. Are they going to maybe try and get Project in the front, hold the rest of the pack up to try and, I don't know, get Vid back up there with them to try and get him in the fight? And, I mean, Meraki's up there, but his teammate Wildcat's quite further down, so maybe they'll use Wildcat for a strategy. So, yeah, this could be quite fun to see how the teams play it. As here we go, then.
Yeah, here we go. And now for the actual feature race here in Baku in 5 laps time, and we are underway. Gleb and Wildcat will lead the grid down. Gleb got a great start, as now here we go. There is contact as the cars are going to ghost, which looks like will save them from more contact, but now contact more, and they're all crashing into turn 2. Wildcat goes around and falls down the grid. Tinza will actually save his car from hitting the wall. Gleb will retain the lead, but he has a 1.5 second gap over Meraki Don, who did survive, as now they're still going side by side, trying to make sure they survive. But that was insane.
I think it may have been like randomized grid there, because it felt like Project was near the back, Vid was in the middle, so I don't know. It was a bit weird. I mean, the Gleb was in the lead, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get the spectator menu up and see like the positions they've gained, maybe on people.
And actually, right now the two biggest gainers are the 2 Haas drivers. That Alizzi gained 10 and Illyrian gained 9. So maybe it was more of a randomized grid, as Meraki Don has only gained 3 and he is currently in 2nd place. So yeah.
The 2 Alpine boys next to each other. Project gaining more of the 2, but of course Vid there chasing down Money. So yeah, hopefully Project shouldn't fight too much, because of course he isn't as high up in the championship. Meraki have slight front damage, by the way. Someone just said in chat. So yeah, Meraki with slight front damage. I don't know if that's from team talks or something. Hopefully it's not a race-changing factor they've just said. Yeah, see it on the front wing. No end plate damage, but yeah, a little bit of front wing as Josh pits.
Yeah, and Sparko as well. There is a caution in Sector 1. I believe, it was the Aston Martin, a pool diver, I believe had a spin. Yeah, and he does have front wing damage, so maybe he had collided with the wall, so that will definitely hurt the Aston Martin's race.
Yeah, a bit up the inside of Money. Maybe Project can follow suit as well. But yeah, I think a lot of people's front wing damage, again, came from that start. It wasn't as bad as the sprint one, but still, I think a lot of people are going to be complaining. And it's going to be hard for the FIA to dissect, like, who did what in all of it, because it looked insane, especially in, not as much as in this one, but still, people were ghosting in each other, like, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, and Baku is a very difficult track. I mean, it's almost, in some areas, it is very wide. It's actually now Pool Diver is going to tire, and that's going to trigger a virtual safety car. Yeah, he hit the wall out of the castle section. So
yeah, must have been on traction. Then maybe he like lost the rear and went into the wall. So yeah, as I just saw where his car was from looking at Wildcat's perspective there. But yeah, is that a safety car? Yes. Or is it a VSC?
No, right now it is a VSC. Yeah, VSC deployed, or I have not seen a safety car deployed yet, so...
Yeah. Paul Diver just said, I'm stupid. I did a Yuri Vips. I don't know what that means. Do you?
I also don't know what that means. I'm still learning my F1, so maybe I'll have to look it up after. But
I think it might be someone in the league that did it before, but maybe... but Joshua has just left session, so maybe we send him another invite.
Internet,
yeah, maybe just send him one in case.
Yeah, make sure that we can get everyone in here. I can send him an invite.
But yeah, Josh need an invite. PlayStation restarting. Oh yeah, all right, thank you. That's what he just that was more so.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do not see him online, so I'll wait. Actually, I will say that this VSC actually kind of really helps Mark. No! Gleb, he tried. Oh no! He mistimed the end of the VSC and he gets a drive-through penalty. I was spectating him and I saw what he did. He was only maybe a fraction of a second off of getting a perfect launch, and instead it gets him a penalty.
Oh yeah, I just seen what Paul Diver just said. It was someone in F2 that did it. But yeah, Gleb has got to just get out in front and go. He has to. He has to hope for a safety car after he serves it if he wants to get back in this race, or else he'll be 20 seconds off the lead at least. But yeah, if I were him, I wouldn't give anybody like a tow like Meraki. Maybe help his teammate, although he's really far down the order. Maybe hold everybody up. But if I were him, do it immediately as Paul Diver leaves the session. Invite me, I'm online. Joshua just said.
Yeah, I will make sure to get an invite sent to him.
Here goes Meraki. You can sort that out. But here goes Meraki, guys. Meraki up the inside. Will, like, the Glebe hit? No, of course, because he's on the outside, so he won't be able to. But Meraki gets the move done. The Glebe probably should follow in his DRS. Pull away together and maybe get as much of a gap as he can before he has to pit for his drive-through. And he wasn't the only one to get one, I'm pretty sure. I think Wildcat also with the drive-through.
Yeah, Wildcat has a drive-through as well, so maybe he probably got the penalty during the exact same time, but I can imagine that after that pass that Gleb may choose to just serve the drive-through now. I think more than anything, I mean, it is going to hurt his time, but he doesn't have to pit, so that will kind of extend his mediums maybe a little bit longer. We'll see.
Yes.
I mean, every single strategy is mostly a medium to hard compound or hard to medium. And the predicted strategy is a two-stop. I can imagine that maybe we see some drivers attempt the one-stop. I do think it is going to be mostly a two-stop race, but so far, a lot of the grid, I will say that there is a little bit of gaps forming, like especially you can see that Project being 1.7 seconds behind his teammate, but beyond that, they're all close. And now we have a caution as, but Tenzo does keep going. He is missing his front wing, the right side of his front wing. That is going to hurt, but that does not trigger a safety car.
What I was going to say is if you just look at the strategy, it's a little bit like Canada. We have a complete opposite in strategy, and it actually helped some people in Canada when a safety car came out. So we've got a few people on hards and a few people on mediums, but it seems like the hards are better because Vid's making moves, Meraki's in the lead. I think the medium is maybe wearing away, but at the same time, I think it's just Vid may have had a little bit more pace than others around him as he got the move on Lyron. But yeah, big DRS train from Lizzie backwards all the way down to Project. But yeah, as Leclerc just served his drive-through, comes out P10 about 6 seconds off the two cars in front, then 9 seconds off the main pack as a lock-up from one of the boys.
Oh, and actually now it looks like 2A is falling back a little bit. Vide is making a lot of moves. I mean, you can see he has the pace. And I think that I do agree that maybe the hard tires are the better compound. But this is really going to matter. This is going to matter because with 2A not having DRS, that's kind of going to break the DRS chain, because you have Vide, really the only one in that group that still has DRS, him and his teammate Project. And actually, Project is going to go ahead and pass Illyrian right now. Yeah. So now, switch it right around. And now Illyrian and Vide are going to be the only ones out of that group that have DRS.
Yeah, sorry, I think I might be having internet problems, because either you're just cutting out or it's me, but a second ago the stream did just lag for me, so it may be me if you guys hear me cut out, but at the same time it could have been you, I have no idea, but that could just be Discord again like last week.
Yeah, it probably is Discord, because I have had, I was in another call that had the exact same issue, so it may be a Discord thing. Stream is not reporting any issues, so I think we are still good there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Vid just went up the inside now, and Project is going to probably follow suit soon. Those guys are on the hards, and they've got to get a Lizzie and, of course, chase down Meraki as quick as possible, because Vid is in the title fight against Meraki John. Whereabouts is Vid in the championship again compared to Meraki?
I believe that Vid is actually in, yes, he is in P4, tied with Illyrian at 53 points. So he is, by all intents and purposes, well within the championship fight. And I mean, right now, he would be moving up. He actually would right now. I believe him and Olizzy could pass Money, as Money is currently in second place and he is still below. Because you can just try and estimate with the live position update. But yeah, by all intents and purposes, right now we have Meraki Dawn, Olizzy, Vide, Illyrian, and Money. That's 5 drivers that are all within the range of winning the championship. And I think that that's a lot more drivers than what we had predicted at the start of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, look at it. I mean, Vid is coming behind Olizzy now, and Project made the move even before the main straight, so he's going to lose DRS as well, so he's got to pull away from 2A behind, so 2A is probably going to get that position back, as Vid makes the move on Olizzy. Will he go back for it? No, he won't. So now I think it is time for Vid to go and chase after the leader and probably his main title contender, but also at the same time you've got Money, who is part of the title fight as well. So yeah, Vid's got to get going if he wants to get back in this fight and win. But yeah, as Money pits off the mediums, clearly those mediums been hurting people, as most of the medium runners are a little bit slow, as he goes on to hards on the 7th lap.
Yeah, he's going to go, and actually, as you were saying that, he went ahead and he swapped to the hard compound. So it looks like the hard compound, once again, is the compound that everyone is looking to use. And, I mean, now it becomes a question. I mean, you can see the pace. Vide already has broken DRS range away from Olizzy, as he's still trying to catch Meraki Dawn. Now it kind of becomes the issue where we may see a lot of these drivers who are running the mediums, we may see them pit. And actually Wildcat, he was also on the mediums, and he's going to go ahead and pit onto the hards. So now it becomes a question of the mediums, the people in the mediums are going to pit and probably switch to the hards. The question becomes, what are the leaders going to do? And actually there's a caution in sector 2. And
of Tinzo or Leglabe, I think it is. It was Leglabe, yeah.
Yeah, Glaive. And actually, okay, good news is that he did not have damage, but oh, that's not going to help, and he takes damage on his front wing out of that. He may have rear wing damage as he went around that turn, and his car just immediately spun. So I don't know if it's his tires or if he has rear wing damage, and a kick salver behind him almost spun as well.
It's got to be the tyre wear. People clearly on those tyres are struggling. I mean, suspension had, I think he's on hards, but maybe it was a bit of just like a chain reaction. But yeah, everybody this lap should be pitting off those mediums. They look horrible, as you can see, the pit lane getting stacked with 3 drivers, as well. The Ferrari actually just gets drifted. Well, yeah, the other RB pretty much goes inside of the Ferrari. But yeah, as Leglabe pits off those tyres, front wing changed, can't change the rear wing if there is damage. So yeah, unlucky for him if there is damage on there as he gets back going again. Sad for him since he started this race up in P1.
And actually, I will say that there's an interesting development that out of that group that pitted, Olizzy and 2A went from the mediums onto the hards. Illyrian and Greco's pitted. They went from mediums to mediums. So I think that that basically confirms that they're on the 2-stop. So we'll see how that plays out for the rest of the race. And I think that more than likely means that whenever they choose to pit, maybe estimating around lap 16-ish, that means that they will definitely be going on to the hards to finish the race. So an interesting strategy call.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If you picked harder, you'd have had a second set of hards, which you could have used in this race. Because I think probably the best strategy here to go the fastest would probably be hard, medium, hard, maybe, or like, yeah, using only the mediums once. So those that didn't pick the harder strategy will have to, of course, use the mediums twice, which is probably going to slow them down a little bit more, as Vid has closed the gap to only 1.6 to the lead now. So maybe in a lap or two's time, Vid will be on the back of Meraki Don. But yeah, of course, Meraki has that tiny bit of front wing damage that could be causing this effect. But yeah, some insane strategy calls, so we'll see how it plays off for the people pitting onto the mediums for the second stop.
Yeah, I am curious. I mean, I could see that I could see you being correct that maybe some of these leaders that are on the hards, they could be doing a hard, medium, hard strategy. I could see that. I'm just curious to see what they will choose to do. It'll be interesting, and it will be interesting to see because I mean, barring a safety car, the pit stops do take a while. So more than likely they end up falling down the grid, depending on how things all shake up. And actually, I did want to say, as almost like an honorable mention, Kellogg is up into P4 in the Kick Sauber, and actually I went to double check the driver championship. Actually, Kellogg is currently in P5 with 35 points in the drivers championship, ahead of Project. So maybe we see some good old-fashioned Kick Sauber representation here, as he's found himself up into P4.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you can see, Meraki pits for the undercut. Maybe Vid does not react to it. I think Vid will probably be happy as the first 3-second penalty comes without suspension. They don't usually come in for track limits at this track, but I feel like a few will happen as Meraki onto the mediums, as he does fix his front wing. I'm pretty sure he did fix his front wing, which means, yeah, did he? Or maybe, yes, he did. He did fix his front wing. So that should mean Vid passes in front, because that takes a good 2 seconds. But of course, the undercut could help, because those mediums for the first 2 laps are going to be a little bit faster, I think. But yeah, those mediums will wear away quickly, so it will be quick to see, hopefully, what the boys that are on the hards now go onto after the mediums.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see. And actually, I was going to say that crucially, Meraki Dawn was able to get ahead of Illyrian and Money, who have been fighting here for about 2 or 3 laps. And yeah, I agree. I mean, we could see the strategy call that it was what you predicted, that it going off of the hards onto the mediums. So, like you said, it's kind of an interesting turning point here in the race to see what the leaders here are gonna pick, because realistically we've seen that the mediums have gone 8 or 9-ish laps, give or take. That seems to be like the ultimate lifespan. We don't know how long necessarily the hards go. I do think that Meraki Don is going for the undercut, and maybe he did want to fix his front wing, but unless actually now we see it. Vide is going to go ahead and pit, but his teammate goes through. So Project moves into the leads.
What I was just going to say, Josh is the person with the longest tire wear on those mediums, but he did actually pit off the tires early as Vid goes to softs. Sorry?
I don't know if that was intentional. I guess
he comes up very close to Meraki though, so he's going to have to get those tires up immediately. He's going to have to push Look at that, very close together as he's going to get DRS enabled for Meraki Don down the second of the straights. Can Vid hold him off going into there? Because if he loses that position, he could get held up for a good lap. He doesn't lose it. Vid has got to pull away immediately. What is this strategy called by Alpine, and will it pay off is the big question.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, maybe it's kind of the same idea of going on to the mediums. Maybe they just figure if the tires are wearing that fast, just go ahead and use them. But I really don't know. I mean, both the Alpine and the Kicksauber are on 10-lap-old hard tires. So, I mean, so far, they've been holding their own, and I haven't really seen any issues with it. But, like, I don't know. I don't know what the strategy call is.
Yeah, I mean, even Josh still 9 laps on those mediums. Of course, he did have to pit off of a maybe mediums at the start because of damage, I think it was, or it might have been hards. But yeah, he's been holding those ones out for a long time, losing quite a bit of time. But yeah, also suspension, as some things going down in the background, because of course they're lapping the cars. They are lapping a few cars. As will Project pit? Yes, he will. Let's see what he does here. And he hits the walls. 2 hits of walls. Is that going to be big damage? That could be massive damage. As he yellow flagged. Kellogg, wait, we've got a safety car.
Wait, is the safety car deployed?
Oh, is it a VSC? I don't know. What did it say?
I believe it is safety car. I think it is safety car. We're about to find out.
What's happening to Project? He got held in the pits for a while, but yes, it is.
Yes, safety car
deployed. There's a drive-through penalty for Wildcat speeding under safety car. What the hell is going on? As Project passes someone, yeah, but look at Project. Insane front wing damage. As look at that, 2A just almost got hit by the safety car. I think he may have done almost, literally. So who's that going to help the most? Maybe Project a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe Kello. He's got quite a decent gap out in front, but actually Vid's already brought up to the back of them. Does Vid come off of these tires immediately, or does he stay for the restart?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little baffled with the sequence that we just witnessed. I'm not entirely sure what you would necessarily call, because I mean, you could realistically go into pit. It is safety car, so I mean, you lose less time going into the pits. I can imagine that Kellogg may come into the pits. Lizzie is probably not. Meraki Don won't. Illyrian won't. And actually now Tenso gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So there are people who are taking advantage of the pit. I'm just not entirely sure. We're just gonna have to see what the call is as they come through sector 3 and they'll go back down the front stretch. I'm very curious to see if they choose to pit. I can imagine that Lizzie won't. So
Project
yeah,
has to.
Yeah, I was gonna say Project probably has to.
Like his damage, if you show him to the stream now, he has massive front wing damage on the left and just end plate on the right. Huge damage. He has to pit now. I don't know what he'll do for tires. Maybe just if he has another set of hards, go onto them, but or he's gonna have to go onto another set of mediums, then come back onto those mediums at the end. Then maybe. So
Kellogg pits, Lizzie pits, Vibe pits,
everybody
and Meraki Don. And now Illyrian will. Everyone is pitting. Everyone
besides 2A. 2A will hold the lead.
So 2A is the only one out of this group who did not pit. And now we'll see going down the line. I don't think Money is going to pit. Grecos won't. Sparko won't. What in the world? And now it's all different. Kellogg pit onto the mediums. Lizzie pit from hards onto the mediums as well. Vide is going to go onto the hards. Meraki Don is on the hards. What is going on?
Second set of hards, like we said, it was the way to go. Of course, maybe, I mean, in that strategy, you had to have hoped everybody pitted around you, because if you would have pitted and everybody else didn't, you would have lost a few positions. But yeah, like I'm saying, using those second set of hards is going to be the perfect play. Can they take them to the end though? By the end of the safety car, they need it to be about lap 16 maybe lap 15, just to be able to make it to the end. But the people on mediums, there's no way they're making it to the end. So people like Project, Sparko, Suspension, the two people, Kello and Alizzi, I don't think they're going to make it to the end. They may have to go on a set of softs like Vid for the final few laps and hope that there's a safety car they can do it under.
Yeah, and I actually will say is that a lot of the people actually, that was their second stop. From Alizzi down to Sparko, that was their second stop. And 2A and Kellogg have only stopped once. Gleb has only stopped once, and I believe that he stopped to fix his wing damage. So there is still a chance. I mean, I'm right in the same boat with you. I mean, I don't think the mediums are going to last to the end. The hards could be considered right on the edge, assuming that the safety car or the race restarts on lap 15, maybe 16, but like I don't know. I mean, it's going to be right on the edge. I am curious to see what, in specific, I'm curious to see what Kellogg and Alizzi are going to do, because realistically, the three that are in the best position are Vide, Marakidon, and Illyrian. They're the ones that are in the best position to win this race, having those fresh, hard tires that they're going to last a lot longer under the safety car, and they have the best chance of going all the way to the end. And with Kellogg and Alizzi on the medium tires, maybe they think that they can get a really good stint out of them, but I mean, I'm just not sure.
I mean, if you look at Pitto as well, he's in the mix as a lapped car, so I don't know that's going to happen there. Will he give way, maybe move out to the way? Because, of course, I don't know. Yeah, because, of course, he'll have blue flags immediately off the start. But, of course, because he's ghosting, it won't entirely matter anyway. But, yeah, it's going to be fun to see this restart. People on the mediums will want the safety car to go now. So then they will make it more difficult for the people on the hards to come back into the race later on. But, yeah, if you look at it, there's still Tinzo and the Wildcat and Suspension, who are miles back. So I think the safety car is going to go on for another 3 or 4 laps. Yeah.
We'll just have to see, because I mean, Baku is a very big course. I actually think that Baku probably has one of the longest laps. I mean, the fastest lap right now has been I believe that it is a minute 46, if I am not wrong, or sorry, a minute 41. So we can see that right now the McLaren of Tinzo is the furthest away, and there's only 3 cars that are not currently in the line. So I don't think the safety car is going to go here. I'm curious to see what the game is going to decide, just because it is a very long sector 3. But I don't know about you, but I'm curious to see how this restart is going to go, because realistically, if you are Kellogg or Alizzi on those mediums, you need to have a lightning fast start, and the lights are still on, so we will go another lap around Baku, so we'll restart on lap 16. But like I said, if you are on those mediums, you need to get a fantastic launch, and you need to try and put as much distance between you and the people behind you, because those on the hards are definitely faster, and they've shown that through this entire race.
Yeah, Meraki done with the fastest lap, 141.3. Of course, when he had that clean air at the start, of course, Vid, when he was chasing him down in the clean air, of course, had a little bit more tire. Where's the suspension retires? Is that a crash? Yeah, I think it actually may be. No, he might have retired in the pit lane. Yeah, I think suspension retiring in the pit lane there. But it looked a little bit like Pitao and Meraki were having a little bit, although Pitao is a lapped car, a little bit of a weird little battle, it looked randomly like. It was like they were pushing each other. But yeah, of course, one of them is lapped, so I don't know why that would be happening.
Actually, yeah, I was going to say, in the chat, they say that it was a crashed exit T1. So we have so suspension retires after crashing during the safety car. Actually, I think surprisingly, he's only our second retired car of the race. I'm kind of shocked by that we've only had 2 cars retire from this race.
Yeah, I mean, the people that have been really swerving on the straights are going to lose so much, I think, tire wear, just because, like, they've got to carry on. They've got to keep going for a long time in this race, so you can't be getting the heat in them too much, especially, yeah. So, yeah, it'll be hard to see if the hard runners can make it. We know the mediums absolutely shouldn't make it, but, yeah, I think the hards should just about make it, but it'll be cool to see who has the better tyres at the end of this race.
And there it is, yeah.
There it is.
The safety car is in this lap. The lights are out. So 2A will take control of the grid. And we'll see. Yeah. It's a very long sector 3, so we'll see when they choose to go. And this...
He could go early, yeah.
This restart could realistically decide the course of the race and who could win, as we start going into lap 16, so just about 11 laps to go ish. So we'll see when 2A decides to go, because this could be the race.
They're gone. Yes, they have gone, because of course I've just seen the thing already. Yes, they have gone. Here we go then, down the back straight. It's actually Kello with the worst start. Vid's right behind. Meraki with a horrible start. Because Pitao, of course, was the lap car in front of him, as they're side by side, Lyron up the inside of Money with Project just behind. But yeah, a little bit, is that contact in the background I saw? I don't think so. Yeah, it's going to be quite close as they're running down the second of the 2 DRS straights.
Yeah, and then they go out. There is no DRS on this first lap after the safety car, so it will be activated. So maybe a little bit of saving grace there for Kellogg, as he, again, like you said, he did not get a great start. Maybe a Lizzie trying to make a move on the inside. They're side by side. Kellogg able to hold on to P2, still there as they continue to fight and battle. And I will say that Meraki Don did not have a great start, had a horrible start, but he has fought his way back, and now Vide is tumbling down the order. I believe he had contact or something happened. He still has his front wing, but he absolutely went tumbling down the order. I'm not sure what happened.
Sorry, I had my mic off there. I thought I was talking accidentally, sorry. Yeah, Vid went straight on. I was watching him, and I think he just outbraked himself. I think it was the 2 in front. They had a really bad, like, go with it. I think they just went really slow through the corner. He just didn't expect it, so it's going to make it even more difficult for him to now get back in this race as he's following Joshua down the back straight. Can he make this move? Of course, DRS isn't enabled yet, but Sparko as well in front of them. Yeah, and then there's a gap between Money and Project. DRS enabled.
DRS is enabled, and at least the I mean, the absolutely best part, I mean, for Vide is that it doesn't look like he took any damage from the incident, so he will retain it. So that is the best thing. And the DRS is open. Now there's contact between, oh my word. I don't know how in the world they didn't crash it. Now Meraki Dawn is going to come out of nowhere and pass Kellogg as well. Right now, the hard tires are reigning supreme as Meraki Dawn is going to pass Kellogg as well, and Kellogg tumbles down to P4.
Yeah, Vid got very annoyed there. He passed Josh, then just Josh decided to throw it down the inside. They're both shaking their cars going down the straight. So I think Vid was trying to say either work with me or he was annoyed. But I don't, yeah, Vid knows he's faster. He's got to get back up and pass. There's a yellow flag.
Oh, there's a kick salver backwards. Kellogg is backwards and tumbling down the order. And safety car is now deployed.
Once again, yeah, I think the medium runner's got to come in now. Apparently Kello's left the session. Yeah, he retired. He was spun around. Why would you do that? I don't think it's a good idea to retire.
No, I believe he got disqualified. I think he tried to turn around. I mean, he's so far backwards that I think he tried to turn around, and the game interpreted it as him going backwards. So I think the game disqualified him. So Kellogg is out. Both kick salvers are out, and that is heartbreaking for Kellogg.
I mean, of course, if you guys did not have ghosting on, I'm telling you now, that would have been the biggest pile-up, I think, ever. Because he was completely covering the whole track, like the McLarens that came through, Tinzo and Leclerc, they both just avoided him, although of course it was, I mean, it's a good idea to, because you never know when the graphics is just going to load the car back to real form anyway. But let's see who pits here. I think 2A should have pitted and he didn't, so that was a bit of a maybe not a good idea, because now he's going to get held up and drop even further down the line. I think the people in the mediums should have pitted as well. I think they should have pitted onto the hards if they had any, but I mean, I guess most people have gone 2 mediums, and I think they should have gone hards under this safety car, and then I guess go to the end on them.
Yeah, I'm really not sure how this is going to turn out. At least with it being a safety car, the tires don't wear as much. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure why 2A wouldn't pit. Maybe he didn't have another set of hards that he wanted to use, or I'm not entirely sure. But with the safety car deployed, I can imagine that it probably won't be as long. We probably will restart the race going into lap 20. But I will say that 2A did have a fantastic launch coming out of the last safety car. So maybe that is what he's banking on. There is no DRS in the first lap. So maybe he's hoping that with the mediums wearing super quick, that Olizzi won't have as much pace, and maybe he can get a good start and break out of DRS range. But I really don't know.
Yeah, pretty crazy. That's our second safety car plus a VSC in this race, I think. Yeah, so pretty crazy on the incidents that we've had, but not as bad as the start for the sprint. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird. I don't know who's going to come out on top. I don't think 2A will, just because of the tyre wear he has. I don't think the people on the mediums at the front will. It could be Meraki, Lyron, maybe Money, and then Fid's just got to get back in it. If he wants this, he's got to have a great start. Get back up it and not let them pull away from him. That'll be the only way he can stay in this race.
I actually do think that the safety car is going to help him. I mean, we've seen that the hard compound has been the superior compound throughout this race, and he still has, I mean, he's on the same lifespan that the leaders are. So I can imagine, I do think the safety car helped him because it's going to bunch up the field. All that it's going to come down to is him getting a fantastic start, and that is going to be deciding the deciding factor on if he's going to get back into this fight for the race win. I mean, if there's anything that Canada taught me, it's that anything is possible in a Rush Racing League race. So I'm not going to necessarily discount anyone before the end of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty crazy. It'll be fun to see who comes out on top for this one.
Yeah, because who knows? Maybe Money and P6 will end up winning the race randomly if something happens in turn 1. I mean, really, all bets are off at this point. We aren't entirely sure. Now, the whole grid has formed up, so I can safely assume, that the safety car will be in this lap. So we'll have roughly just about 7 laps of racing left.
Lights still on are we going to end sector 2 in a second? We're about to, so we shall find out.
Oh boy. I just got a message in the chat from Illyrian. He says rain in 5 minutes. As if this race couldn't get any more chaotic. There is now rain on the forecast.
It's pretty much Canada all over again, just the rain a little bit later. 9 minutes, he corrects. Safety car in this lap, 9 minutes, he corrects. But I think that's a little bit more accurate there. But of course, in game they can only see between 5-minute intervals, and of course, so yeah, the rain will be right at the end, so this could be an insane ending to this race. And a front end plate is gone. Whose was it?
I believe, that's Money.
It was Money. I think it was Money's end plate. He hit the back of Project, maybe, so that's gonna absolutely hurt him Yeah, Money with no front right end plate. Going to be so annoying for him. He loses the end plate and a 10-second time penalty. As here we go. Who got a good start?
It didn't look like a great start for 2A as Lizzie is still right behind 2A as they rush down the front stretch. It looked like Illyrian actually got a better launch than Meraki Dawn as he goes to the inside. There's contact. Can Illyrian hold on? There's more. I think Illyrian held on. So Illyrian into P3, Project into P4. Now there's contact behind. There's a Money. Oh yeah, Money will tumble down the order to P11. It looked like he got contact. Vine will take advantage and he moves up into P7, and now it looks like he's going to move up close to P6. He almost did.
You get it, yeah.
And now here we go. Meraki Dawn's in the wall.
Oh,
Project and Meraki Dawn collide in Sector 2. And a VSC is deployed. Not a safety car, a VSC is deployed.
Who ended up out in front of the two? Yeah, Meraki just puts himself behind. He's really annoyed, you can tell. He's like, he's putting the throttle down and just getting those tyres warm, but that's insanely helpful for, I don't know, I guess Vid, but like look at Arian and look at Josh. They're also in a prime position for this, and I guess 2A somehow still out in the lead.
I mean, 2A, he's doing his best of guarding the lead. And actually, you're talking about it. Look at Vide. Vide is up into P5. So realistically, he's still in the fight as he's right behind Joshua Bear. So, I mean, and then we have the rain incoming as well. So I don't really know what to make of this. I mean, this has been one of probably the most mind-boggling, like baffling races that I have ever witnessed. And now Money will retire. Sparko retires as well. So
they hit the wall.
And it deployed a safety car. The two cars retiring triggered a safety car. So now, as the cars come down to Sector 3, are they going to pit?
Pillay has to pit. If he wants to get to the end of this race, he has to pit now. I think, and then he'll be at the back of the train and just has to come back through. I think then at the same time, Alizzi has to pit. But everybody else behind him has to stay out. I think Larian, Josh, and Vid can make it to the end of this race. Yes, like I said, 2A pits. Maybe that might have been a bad call from Alizzi. I don't know if that was the right call for the team there to do that. As someone else follows him in, I think that was a project as well. As onto the soft for 2A to get back through, which will be a good idea. Yeah. It'll be a really good idea because now it's going to be a fight for the win. And actually, considering this safety car could be out for 3 laps maybe, I think Alizzi is actually somehow going to make it to the end with our third safety car as well. So, yeah, really insane. Can Alizzi hold on? Those tyres, although they haven't been used too much, should be like quite high tyre wear compared to the rest of the grid. And then people like Vide and Larian and Josh are going to be able to hopefully come through and take those positions. I don't know, maybe try and get the win. But yeah, I think here, Vid's got to go for this. He has to win this race. It will close up. How much would he, what position would he be if he wins this? Would he be P1?
I believe.
But I don't know, because we got the sprint points as well. Meraki finished second, I think. So
yeah, I believe that Vide would at least, if Vide won this race, I believe that he would at least be into P3, I believe.
Yeah, so maybe even higher. But yeah, because Money's out this race now. Yeah, he's out. And he was someone that was in, I think, second, you said. So yeah, and he's out as well. Meraki's pretty much down and out as well, but of course there's still 8 laps to go. He doesn't have damage, maybe a little bit on the front wing, but of course rain, it is going to be here very soon. So yeah, that will be crazy to see when that lands, and of course it'll be sooner for the laps, because of course we're going so much slower that it'll maybe happen at the end of this safety car. So maybe people like Meraki, maybe people like Wildcat, people nearer the back, I think need to try it. Maybe like Project as well to help it, maybe give his teammates some info. I think maybe to go in onto those inters if the rain comes now will be the play to see if they could maybe get back into it. But it's how much rain will fall.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll see, because realistically, if it is just a drizzle like it was in Canada, I can't imagine that it's going to be as much of, I don't think it's going to be enough of a factor, but we'll just have to see whenever it comes out. I can imagine that with the whole grid here, we will resume the race here going into lap 23, so that'll give us 4 laps of racing remaining here in Baku. I really am curious to see how this restart's gonna go, because I mean,
I think
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think one to watch will be the Glaven P5, really low tyre wear as well, and of course 2A Project, and I think even now Patel, he was lapped, like, hear that, he was lapped, and now he is, or is he a lap down? He might actually be a lap down in that position. He may actually be a lap down, thinking about it. Yes, he is. He is a lap down because he's in front of Project. So yeah, but yeah, look out for those 3 off the start, but also look out for Vid as well. He's going to be trying to get up really fast. But is it spitting? I think it is.
It is actually starting to rain now.
I can see the rain. It's dropping slowly. Like, there's little bits coming from the trees, it seems. But yeah, yes, it's spitting. At the end of the safety car, it should be coming in this left as, will it say it? Is that the end of sector 2? Or are we going again? No, we're not, are we?
No, I think it should say, there we go.
Why is it happening so late? Is that actually the end of sector 2? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, that is the end of sector 2 over there. So now Lizzie will take control of the field as it's starting to rain.
1-2 for Haas, so they might be in a call together to tell each other when to go. It will be, I mean, look at Leclerc, he's right next to Vid. Oh, it looked like he was alongside, but he's not anymore. Vid's got to get into this fight, and Leclerc as well. The 2 McLarens, they're going to be trying to help each other. The odd ones out, Josh and Vid, with no teammate to help them. So it's going to be, is it going to be the teammates that win, or is it going to be the singles? As here we go to the final 4 laps of this race. Probably the most crazy 4 laps we're ever going to see. I don't know how crazy, though, compared to last week.
Oh, and now Illyrian's going to pit. Wait, Illyrian peels into the pits immediately.
He's going to go for the inters, definitely. The rain looks like it's coming down absolutely loads. They need to try something, don't they? Of course. They need to try something.
There's a McLaren that already spun. I believe that was Tinzo. Yeah, it was Tinzo.
He's gone straight on. The rain must be horrible.
Oh, yeah, Vince out down into P9. So now people are flying up, and now 2A is flown up into P5 on those softs. Yeah, it must be raining hard enough. Greco's also pit and went in for the inters. So far, both Lizzie and Bear just trying to hold on for right now. Now there's a caution.
Maraki's in the wall. That's going to be a safety car.
And he's retired.
Massive cars. Massive. Is that going to be a safety car? Or VSC? Are we going to see something? No, we're not. I don't think we are. No, we're not. We're going to be fine. We're going to keep racing. But look at it now. And Lizzie out in front. He shouldn't pit. He's got too much of a gap. Or do you pit? I think if you're Vid, you might want to pit. Like, how far is Greco's? I don't know, they're still a really decent amount away, but they're on those inters and flying as Tinzo almost loses the rear. Same with Vid.
Lizzie almost crashed as well.
This is insanity. But look at 2A. He's got more grip, of course, because the softs have way more grip than everybody. 2A could win this race.
Oh, now the Gleb into the wall. And now Tinzo
in the wall. That could be the race over for him.
Oh, and now the McLaren goes wide of Gleb. Project moves up into P3. Despite the contact, he goes up into P3. So now
Lyrius in the wall. Lyrian in the wall. He's lost his front wing as well. So Grekos could be a winner maybe of this race. What is going on?
Now we'll see. Lizzie and Joshua Bear both go straight on. They keep going. Project will as well. 2A remains on the track as well. Gleb will stay on as well, so I mean we'll see. And Gleb is gonna go straight on. It looked like he locked up.
Vid actually getting back in this now. He's back up to P5. I think people shouldn't pit. They've known now that they don't want to pit because they can see that they've been affected by it so much. So I think 2A, he's gonna have to try his best and get back in this with that insane damage though. Look at his damage. Or maybe Project, he's on new mediums. He's going to have high grip as well. Like, Vid's there as well now. This is insanity.
Tenzo did retire in the pits, so that is one of the McLarens out now. And I mean, I don't know, like the rain is coming down a lot harder. I think this is harder than anything we saw in Canada. And I mean, because I am seeing everyone is slipping and sliding. So I mean, there is a good chance that even Illyrian could still win this race despite the damage.
Yeah, I mean, he just passed the Glaive and he was 3 seconds back. And so they're now only 3 seconds back from Vid. 4 seconds, sorry, correcting me there. Yeah. Wow, I think it's going to be Lyrian or maybe, but in case Lyrian maybe messes up, it could be Grekos that takes it. It could even be Wildcat, who could come through from miles back as well. Like, who could it be? We don't know here. Will it be enough? Will Lizzie be able to hold on? Look at the front three as Project looking for the move, as Vid's been overtaken by Lyrian.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like the Inters are now the right tire. Is now Joshua Baird slid around that last corner, just trying to hold on. Project is looking to try and make the move. He has 100% in his battery charge, and he is probably going to dump it. I did not see anything about DRS. Now Lyrian actually will pass 2A, the other Ferrari. So now we'll see. Now Project and Joshua Baird are both going to pit, but Joshua Baird's into the wall.
Vid's pitting. It's a good idea. He has to stay in this fight.
So they're all pitting. So now it comes down to Alizzi stays in the lead. Illyrian is behind him. So can Alizzi somehow get to the end just barely on the mediums?
I don't think he will. Look at his teammate, 2 seconds behind. He's going to settle for P3, I think. But Grekos is probably going to P2 this race. But in case, of course, Lyrian could mess up, still under here. But I think if Vid wants to gain as much points as he can on the other people, like, I don't know, Meraki, he's got to go and get the positions off Josh and maybe even Project himself, as Lizzy's been overtaken.
They play the team game. Lizzy got out of the way for Illyrian, so now Illyrian will go into the lead. So now we'll see. I'm assuming that Lizzy will try and just hold on to P2 and see if he can.
P3, actually.
Yeah, no, I mean, we'll see if he pits. I mean, there's only 1 lap left, so I mean, maybe he just tries to survive, but I don't know.
He's losing so much time. He's losing too much time. He's losing, yeah. He might lose even P3 to Project. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
He is sliding everywhere as they go around the corner. He's able to keep it away from Grekos. And now it doesn't. Yeah, he's not going to make the move. Grekos isn't going to make the move now. But I think I agree with you that I think Lizzy could end up pitting here. Grekos now to the inside, maybe switch back, not enough. But now it looks like you can just see the traction there around the corner. Grekos will go up into P2. You can see how much time he's losing. And now
he's in the wall.
And he's in the wall again, but he's able to keep going. So he's not out of the race. He retains P6.
And now loads of front damage lost though, so he's just got to make it round with no front wing for the final lap and hold onto P6.
And now Lizzy didn't pit. Lizzy went straight through, so he's going to just try and survive till the end. But now Project is right behind him. So now the question is Project going to be able to pass Lizzy? I think he can. I mean, you can just see how much time he's gaining on those inters, and just like that, immediately Project up into P3.
Insane. What is going on? Is Lizzy going to lose P5 as well? Maybe even P6 if he has a mess up. 10-second time penalty for Leclerc in the pits, speeding in the pit lane. Yeah. Wow. I think we've seen it. Like, unless of course someone messes up on the inters or Lizzy, the only medium runner still going with the highest tyre wear probably in the race. He's on 13 laps, which is insane.
Yeah, I don't even think insane begins to describe this race and everything that has happened. And I mean, if you want to talk about pace, Look at Illyrian. Illyrian is 9 seconds ahead of Grecos in P2. And I mean, I think Illyrian and Grecos absolutely made the best call. But now actually look at Project. Project was 3 seconds behind Grecos. So now it's going to be a drag race to the end.
Yeah, let's just have a look at Illyrian. This is going to be it. What a race he's ran. Somehow he's just done the right stuff. And there we go. He's going to win the race. But it's going to be a drag race. Here we go, down the back straight. Who's got more battery? It's going to be Grecos with more battery. But he's going to get the slipstream. This is it. They're on side.
They're side by side. Is it going to be enough? It looks like Grecos' battery is going to hold on. And he holds on. Grecos for P2. The battery ended up pulling through for him. Grecos will hold on to P2. Project in P3. Joshua P4. Lizzie will hold on for P5. 2A will come home in P6, and it looks like Vide. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he's going to get the position from Vid. I think, I didn't see it, but he had a mess up, clearly. Really unlucky as Vid throws it across the line. He's going to be angry with that. 0 points in the sprint, and only, what's that, 6 points maybe in the race? He's going to be really, really bummed.
And actually, Wildcat is actually closing in on Gleb, but Gleb with that 10-second penalty is going to fall behind Wildcat. And actually, Gleb does not have a front end, so he actually did crash. With a 10-second penalty means Wildcat will move up into P8.
Vid in the chat. Oh, yay, what a race to remember. So happy. So, wow. Larry's already in here.
I don't even know really what to say. That I think after every single week, I think that I've seen it all, and that I've seen the craziest race ever. And then we head into the next race, and just something else happens that just somehow tops that. I mean, like,
yeah, it's insane. Like, look at it. Like, you can see Josh won the first one and P3 in the second one. So he ended up with still only the third biggest points, because of course Project was second in the sprint and then got second in the race. But yeah, Larry didn't even have any points in the first race. He just came through and absolutely took it. So yeah, insane race from those guys, and they managed, of course, to come through. But yeah, Lizzie still somehow didn't bin it at all on those mediums. I think we've got to give him praise for not binning it.
Oh, no, I completely agree. I think he needs to have at least a little bit of credit for surviving all the way to the end on those mediums. But I mean, just wow, that just, what a crazy, crazy race. And actually, right now we do have Illyrian. I don't know if Project will join. We'll see if. We'll see if Tinzo did not finish.
No, he didn't.
So we'll
he's left. He was trying to ask a question, but yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see if Project joins. I don't know if Project will join or Grecos as well. But while we got him here, Illyrian, congratulations on the absolutely crazy win. How are you feeling right now?
Honestly, bro, after what happened in turn 1 in the sprint race, because I don't know who it was, yeah, but whoever did it is an absolute waste, man. Like, literally just took like 3 drivers, including me, out. Hence why I was all the way at the back of the grid in the sprint. And then I slowly just tried to work my way up through the field, and yeah, like I got I think a P11 at the end, and I was annoyed. I was just so frustrated. And for the race, I wasn't even expecting a win, to be honest with you, because you had Project, Vide, Meraki Don, my teammate Lizzie, Skelly Money, Barco, Joshua, like everyone was just up there. And the rain, when I messaged you saying that the rain was gonna come, honestly, I thought the rain was gonna be exactly the same as Canada. Like the last 2-3 laps, it was gonna just be heavy. And I said, forget about this, let's just gamble. And somehow it just worked out, man. Honestly, I'm so happy it came through.
Insane. Really well done. It's like
Thank
you came from nowhere to everywhere. Wow.
Yeah.
Like I've said all season, I've been hoping for rain, and yeah, it came at the right time.
Yeah, and I mean, and you made the absolute best call of when to pit. I mean, you and Grecos were the first two people to pit onto the inters, and I mean, you could just see the difference. I mean, did you
Shout
just?
out to Greco. Shout out to Greco. He did a phenomenal job. I couldn't believe it that he actually followed me in because I thought everyone was going to stay out. But shout out to my man. He definitely deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys made it. I mean, it was the perfect call. We were questioning it. We didn't really know when the rain was going to really. We didn't know if it was going to be worse than Canada, but it turns out it was. And I mean, you guys absolutely did a phenomenal job. You wished for your rain and you got it. You're probably really happy.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, the strategy call was spot on for me today. So I'll take that.
Yeah, and as always, before you go, is there anyone that you would like to shout out or give credit to?
Well, shout out to you two brothers. Phenomenal job on the commentary. Shout out to Wildcat. As much as we have a love-hate relationship, shout out to him for doing everything he does for the NA division. And shout out to everyone else, man. Lizzie, my TP, and everyone else. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well done, man. Really well done. Good race.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely well done. I don't see Grecos joining, so maybe we won't get Grecos for the interview. But we do have a project here in the comm box. How are you feeling after that chaotic race?
I think tired is the first word that comes to mind.
Yeah,
it was a tough one. It was a tough one. I'm going back through the race at the moment, and I think I was in a podium place like 4 times, down in last 2 times, and around the midfield for other parts of the race. There was very big lack of consistency, but everything came to play in the end, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, Baku is kind of already considered a chaotic track. I mean, I don't think anyone else would argue with that. And then just add in everything else that happened. Did that really kind of mess with you with, because I mean, you try and want to be consistent throughout the whole race. How much did it affect you to just kind of be rubber banding up and down the grid?
I mean, on one hand, it's frustrating because every driver just wants a boring race at the front. But on the other hand, being able to go from podium to last and back up to the podium, if anything, feels better than just being a boring race, because I knew I was quicker than most people and managed to get through better. So I guess it's a good feeling in that sense.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree that I've had my own experiences with that. Like every driver wants the boring race, but I can definitely agree that it is, I almost want to say, satisfying when you're able to pull something like that off. And definitely
the last few races, I mean, China was a really tough one when I was leading and my wheel turned off, and then Canada was going well, another kind of high points podium finish, and then everything kind of just fell apart. So I was hoping for a good one this weekend, but Baku's never been a good one for me. And I put the wrong setup on as well at the start of the race. So I think at some points I was 10, 15 kilometers an hour slower down the straights, but I could get away in the middle sector with all the corners. So it balances out.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah, and it certainly benefited you. And I mean, you kept your head in it, and you ended up coming home with a podium. And before I let you go, is there anyone that you would like to shout out or give credit to?
Obviously, you guys on the stream, Wildcat, everyone that is involved with keeping this league going, but mainly I'd like to say a shout out to my teammate. We've been planning all week about this race, trying to get as much points as we can because we've been lacking so far, Alpine, and I think he did a really good job today. he was quicker than me at some points. I was quicker than him. We managed to help each other cut through the field at one point, getting us both into a double podium place. And unfortunately, he didn't have the best luck. So I'd like to shout out him as well.
Yeah, and I've had conversations with Vide, and he was excited for this race. It was really tough seeing the things happen, but I definitely I foresee great things happening with you guys. Both of you guys have shown that you guys are both talented, and I mean, it's you, Illyrian, Meraki Dawn, Vide. I mean, all of you guys have done so well this race, or this year, or this season, I should say. And I can't wait to see how you guys are going to continue to improve.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think this is going to be a good confidence boost for Alpine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I'll let you go if you need to head out. We're going to go ahead and wrap up here for Division 1. If you guys want to stick around, Division 2 will start here at 5 o'clock here in the, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, roughly in about 30 minutes. So if you guys want to stick around and watch that, you guys can. Chaz, do you have any final thoughts to close out this chaotic race?
It's me, man. It's got to be me, man. It's crazy. Like, I come in for Canada, first race, hoping, like, I was thinking, like, oh, it's not going to be very crazy. That's a crazy race. Coming in here, that sprint race start was chaotic. FIA, have fun with that. Yeah, FIA, you're going to have a long night in the office. May need to call in Michael Massey for that one. But anyway, yeah, definitely going to be a struggle for them. But yeah, insane. Absolutely insane. Like, this, of course, it's the rain that switches it up again, that gives the win to, like, the people that chose to go onto those those inters in the end, and of course those that didn't really just suffered from it all. And yeah, an insane race, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure as always. I mean, in Canada, I was happy to have you and Verstappen. This week we have just you with me, but we still have fun no matter what, and I appreciate you being here. That's going to wrap it up here for Div 1. Hopefully y'all are going to stick around for Division 2. I am your host, GameHawk, as always. Alongside me is my co-commentator, Chaz, and we hope to see you here in just about 20 minutes here now for Division 2 at Baku, and we have more action coming your way. So stick around, and we will return with more racing action.